G'day, guys, and welcome back to Ados the Great YouTube channel. So, guys, as you are probably aware by now, it wasn't the result we were searching for tonight. Unfortunately, we did get the loss. So that does suck. I was hoping we'd retain, as most Rabbitohs fans were. We were hoping we'd retain the Charity Shield, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be. So if we go over what happened tonight, you know, defense was a big issue for us. I think that's where we lost the game. To be honest, like I know that it wasn't that high scoring of a game, but the tries that were scored against us were such easy tries. Like it was just bad defensive reads from our backs, and yes, it was a very disappointing result. So yeah, let's talk about some key points. I think Josh Mansour. I don't think he's the answer going forward. Yeah, he can be a good attacking winger, but defensively he was a massive letdown tonight. So I'd probably move Jackson Paulo out to the wing. Another player that I thought struggled defensively, playing in the centres. I don't think he coped well in the centres. So he's definitely a player I'd probably look to move back to his more comfortable position on the wing. In the centres, I would love them to play Josiah Karapani. I think he would be perfect for the centres. You've got plenty of other talent that can play there as well. Tane Milne, you've got Michael Cheekham. There's heaps of talent. We've got that can play in the centres. I think we need to find the perfect positions there because I think that's where we lacked a bit tonight. Was obviously on Mansour's wing and with Jackson Paulo in the centres. One of the big battles I was very much looking forward to tonight was Tom versus George. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out because when the boys got on together, Tom got sin so that was disappointing. I was a bit confused as to why he got sin I don't really know. Was it holding down? I'm not too sure. I don't know, to be honest. So I was disappointed to see him get sin I don't think it was very fair that he got 10 in the bin, but I mean that's footy at the end of the day, isn't it? All right, what else have we got here? Jackson Paulo did score a good try early, so I'm happy about that. Like on the offense, playing in the wing on the wing, I think he'll be fine for us this year. It's just I think he's a defensive liability in the centres. Campbell Graham is a lock for defense. He's brilliant. He needs to be a key part in our back line. I'd say he'd probably be in the Origin cam this year. Obviously, not making the starting squad or anything like that, but definitely in that sort of development squad. Uh, Lachlan Ilias, I believe it's Ilias. Lachlan Ilias was very good early. He did kick that 2040 to get us out of trouble. Defensively, I thought he was brilliant. Adam was pretty good defensively, but I think we could turn Lachlan into a very good defensive half, and that'd be brilliant for us. Like that'd be perfect. So if we can do that, his kicking was pretty good tonight. There was a couple of instances I was umming and ahhing about with his kicking, but for the most part, his long kicking game was very good. So I'm happy about that. As I've stated here, Paulo may be suited on the wing, defence not there in the centres. As I've said earlier on, I don't see him being in there in the centres. Defense was lacking all night, not just in the backs. Like we can't just blame the backs. The forwards were lacking as well defensively. Like I believe Jacob Host also let a try in. So at the end of the day, while it is an important trial and we want to win the Charity Shield, it's still a trial. At the end of the day, we're still working out new positions and stuff. So I wouldn't read too much into the loss. I think we will be fine come round one, but I was a little bit disappointed with some of the stuff that went on tonight. Now, on to some good players. I'm going to name 5 players. There was a lot of decent players out there tonight. Number one, obviously, Cody Walker. Cody was brilliant tonight. Needs to keep that temper down a bit because he did give away an early penalty. But I think Cody was definitely a good player tonight. Probably one of the best on ground. Damien Cook defensively was there as well. didn't really get the opportunities on the offensive side of things, but defense, he was knuckling down, making the tackles. And yeah, very proud of his effort tonight. Lachlan Ilias was brilliant tonight. I think if Blake Taft doesn't get that number 7 jersey, I'd happily give it to Lachlan. I think he definitely deserves it. Then we've got, I think Tom Burgess was very good. Tom, while he had a pretty short stint, he still made some barnstorming runs and got us downfield making meters. So I was very happy with his effort, and before I name the 5th player, I'll give some honourable mentions to Jaime Sally. I thought he was pretty good. Tavita Totola. Campbell Graham was good as well. But my 5th player there would probably have to be Saliva Havili. I was pretty stoked with his game tonight. I thought he did very well, and I think we'd be stupid not to have him in the 17-man squad somewhere. So after this performance, if I was to name my round 1 team for 2022, I would probably have fullback would be Blake Taff. My wingers would be Jackson Paulo and Alex Johnston. In the centres for round 1, obviously Campbell Graham's got to be there. And I'd probably play Karapani in the centres as well. At 5'8", obviously Cody Walker. Halfback Lachlan Ilias. In the front row, I'd probably keep what we've got there, Tavita Totola and Jaime Sally. I thought they were brilliant. They're fine. I'd keep them there happily. Damien Cook, obviously the dummy half. In the second row, I'd keep what we had tonight. Keon and Jai Arrow, I think they were fine. Cameron Murray is a big inclusion for us. We definitely missed his strike power. He gets those quick play the balls and he activates Damien Cook. When they're together, we play a lot better. So Cameron Murray comes back into the side. On the bench, I'd probably have Saliva Havili in the 14 jersey. Then who would I have at number 15? We'd have to have George Burgess. I'd probably George. Sorry, I've had George on my mind tonight. Tom Burgess in the number 16 jersey. I've had a mind. Marky Nichols. Marky Nichols has to be there, probably in number 15. And then our 17th man, I'd be happy to chuck in Michael Cheekham, but you could definitely make an argument for players like Davey Moel, I was going to say Shaquille O'Neal. It's been a long night, guys. It's been a long night. Shaq Mitchell, I should say. And possibly, I don't know. Let me know who you guys would have off the bench. You could even put in Dean Hawkins or someone like that. But yeah, that'd be the sort of lineup I'd be looking for round 1. I wasn't stoked with how Hosty played tonight. He wasn't too bad, but yeah, I don't know. I'd probably try and look for another player off the bench. Do like Jacob Host, but I don't know. He didn't do it for me tonight. Maybe I just wasn't watching the right players. But yeah, I think Hosty for now probably gets that last bench spot. But there's a lot of players gunning for it. In reality, we do have a pretty deep team. While we did lose some pretty big names, we do still have a fairly deep team, and I am excited for what 2022 has to offer. But yes, guys, that will wrap it up from me. Probably going to head to bed now because it has been a long week. Super excited to see you guys in the next few videos. I have dropped my ladder predictions, so go and check that out. Jump over to the Opinionated Aussies. That is the podcast that I am on. And yes, guys, that will wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.